Some breaking news coming in at this moment. Shah Rukh Khan has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. The superstar has to be present before the ED office by the end of this month. This is in a case of alleged undervaluation of his IPL team, the Kolkata Knight Riders. The ED believes the team has been undervalued by almost 8 to 9 times. This is the second time ED official would be questioning SRK in this case. The summons were sent last evening. Now, India Today had filed an exclusive story in March how Shah Rukh Khan had masterminded the transfer of his equity shares at a value of 10 rupees per share to Juhi Chawla and her husband Jay Mehta. The original valuation of these shares was pegged at between 70 to 99 rupees per share. The difference amounts to a notional loss of nearly 72 crore rupees. All right, Viren Gunawat now joins us on the phone line. Viren, can you just explain when exactly is Shah Rukh Khan expected to be there at the Enforcement Directorate office, and what really is going to be the line of questioning as far as ED is concerned?
Sankit, the dates has not been revealed by the Enforcement Directorate. They want to keep it very secret. In fact, even the last time and the first time Shah Rukh Khan was present before ED official, it was kept completely wrapped for 4 to 5 days. Nobody knew that, and this would be the plan. But overall, AD is investigating a money laundering case against IPL franchises, including KKR. And what they suspect is that Shah Rukh Khan had masterminded the entire transferring of share prices within the companies and within the business partner. The business partner, Juhi Chawla, and her husband, Jay Mehta, had purchased share at the price of 10, but it was undervalued because the original price was around 70 to 80 rupees per share, which was revealed after the audit report conducted by Enforcement Directorate few months back, which headlines today had exposed a few months back online.
Okay.
But overall, now the question would be asked to Shah Rukh Khan why the undervaluation was planned, why it was strategized, and where's the entire amount of the undervaluation. That seems to be around 70 to 100 crore. That needs to be checked who is the real beneficiary. So they are trying to get the final answer, final explanation from Shah Rukh Khan before issuing a final show cause notice to KKR.
Absolutely. Now, let me go across to consulting editor sports, Boria Majumdar. Morning, Boria. If you remember, if you recall, just about a fortnight back, we actually brought the story of another IPL company actually undervaluing itself to a point where the Chennai Super Kings had valued itself actually at 5 lakh rupees. In this particular case, the ownership or the share transfer from one owner to the other has happened at a lower price, lower than the market value. What more can you tell us about, what really is the reason why this has happened?
Sanket, these are two very different cases. I mean, I was hearing Viren, and I've spoken to very, very senior KKR management just this morning. And what they say is, in 2008, when the share transfer happened at rupees 10, it was not even valued at rupees 10 because these franchises were making enormous losses at that point in time, and they have a point there. So, in fact, what the value of share at that point in time was rupees 2 or 3. But because there is a norm that you cannot sell at anything less than 10, it was valued at 10 rupees. The audit report, which puts the valuation at 83 or 89 rupees, is a very recent audit valuation. So KKR is saying 2 points. One, when this transfer happened, the transfer was done by an independent chartered accountant valuation firm, and they had authorized it as per RBI guidelines. Two, they are also saying that all these valuations, you can only get to valuations if there is a benchmark in the market where real transactions have taken place. With reference to IPL, nothing like that has ever taken place. So all these valuations are actually virtual valuations. They want to explain their perspective to ED and think that they have a solid case in trying to convince ED that this is exactly what has transpired. They say that nothing in terms of flouting guidelines or nothing untoward has happened. Despite Jay being an overseas entity and what Viren was saying, they are also confident that ED, once it is explained that these are the principles that they have followed, will let them go without any further disturbance.
Now, Boria, is this actually going to be the line of defense as far as the Kolkata Knight Riders is concerned? Because what you're actually saying is that the valuation that has been done independently is something that has been done only recently, whereas the value of the share is actually at a point when it was not even 10 rupees.
Correct. And that's what they are going to argue, that this sale to Jay was in 2008-9. First, the share was in the name of Red Chilli. And then Red Chilli sold it to Shah Rukh Khan and Gauri Khan. That's step one. And on the other hand, Juhi sold it to this entity overseas, which is Jay Mehta's entity, Sea Island company based out of offshore, an offshore entity. At that point in time in 2008-9, Sanket, if you remember, IPL was a fledgling brand. Nobody really knew what the valuation was. People were suffering enormous losses. At that point in time, they think that this is the correct valuation. And that is what their line of argument will be.
But Boria, who has done this valuation now? I mean, the fact that those share value notionally is at 70 to 99 rupees per share, when has this valuation been done?
This notional valuation has been again done by an independent agency very recently. This is not 2008-9. When the real transfer had taken place in 2008-9, there is no valuation of 2008-9 which corresponds to, X price where you can prove a case of undervaluation or foreign exchange violation. This is a more recent 2014-15 valuation whereby you are putting teams at $72 or $67 million, as we've seen in the case of CSK. The CSK thing is a different story because the transfer is happening now. It is happening in February when the valuation is actually at 67 million and you are saying it is 5 lakhs. But in the case of KKR, it is a 2008 scenario when the valuation was far, far lower because these were fledgling entities. This is going to be KKR's defense to the ED, and they will also say that in market terms, there has to be a benchmark. That, okay, if Sanket has sold it to Boria at 10, we will take it as a benchmark. In the IPL scenario, nothing like this has happened. All of these are virtual valuations. So how will you fault them for doing something at the 2008 rate when these franchises are suffering losses? They think they have a solid case and they will be able to explain their perspective to ED.
All right, Boria Majumdar as well as Viren Gunawat, many thanks for joining us at this moment. So we'll keep tracking this particular story as and when we get more information. Remember, we have no confirmation when Shah Rukh Khan is actually likely to appear or give his explanation to his side of the story to the Enforcement Directorate. With that, it's time for a short break.